This is Sally. This is John and his boyfriend of 3 years, Mark. Sally is what you might call a wild child. She spends most evenings at the bars, entertaining the guys, drinking, taking painkillers of questionable legality, drinking some more, smoking, and generally abusing her body and endangering her health. Most nights she manages to take home some random guy she's just met. She's very popular at the bars because she never asks her sexual partners to use a condom. She has her fun, no strings attached. And she's made a habit of these one-night stands for the last 5 years or so. John and Mark, on the other hand, live a much quieter life. When they're not at work, they enjoy taking walks together, keeping in shape, telling jokes, shopping together, and going out for coffee. Their favorite way to spend an evening is curled up together, just watching TV. Since John started dating Mark, they've become quite religious, going to church every Sunday. They've decided to wait until they're married to have sex. But even though John has been celibate for 3 years, he feels safer if he gets HIV tests every year as part of his physical, just in case. His most recent one was last week, and he was, again, healthy and totally disease-free. Since America is constantly experiencing a blood shortage, this blood donation volunteer was very excited to see John when he arrived to donate, and John was happy to be there. His sister was in an accident a few years back and wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for the generosity of strangers who donated blood. John took the questionnaire seriously and answered all the questions truthfully. One question asked whether he has had sexual contact with another male, even once, since 1977. John tried to explain that while he did receive oral sex from another man once, it happened over 3 years ago, he's been celibate since then, and he just had a clean bill of health from a doctor last week. The screener sympathized with John's story, but the rules are mandated by the federal government. If you are a man who has had any kind of sexual contact with another man, even once since 1977, you cannot give blood. Sally also went to donate blood this week, and she too was totally honest when answering the questionnaire. But Sally was allowed to donate. Nobody cares that in the month before donating, she had unprotected sex with 19 different men. She has never had an HIV test, but that doesn't matter either. Now, just imagine that tomorrow night, God forbid, your loved one is in a serious accident and needs a blood transfusion to save their life. John and Sally are the only two people who tried to donate compatible blood in your area. John was turned away, so that means your loved one will receive Sally's blood. Or, what would be even worse, maybe somebody else got Sally's blood first and there was nothing left for your loved one. John would have been happy to donate, and his blood might have saved the life of your loved one. But the FDA's outdated policy denied John the opportunity to save a life. How could this be? How could there be any scientific explanation for this nonsensical result? In 2006, the American Red Cross, which collects about half the blood in the nation, petitioned the FDA to change the policy, saying that the current lifetime deferral for men who have had sex with other men is medically and scientifically unwarranted. So, why is our government doing this? Why did the FDA affirm its policy in March 2007 to ban gay men for life? Obviously, it's discrimination. There is absolutely no medical reason to reject John's blood donation. The simple, ugly truth is that John and people like him are rejected simply because they're gay, and your loved one may die as a result. Americans should not tolerate such backwardness from our own leaders. It's time to bring sense back into America's blood collection policies. Please pass this video on to your friends, visit www.bloodsense.org to learn more, and please get involved.